Hey guys, welcome to JPlays. I'm Iceman. This is my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, and by extension, currently the fan-made expansion mod, The Frontier, where we're currently heading in this direction, and not too far now. But I need to find a way.
Good thing I installed radios in the callers. Pit boys letting me pick them up. Better look some instructions in case something happens. Fool better not decide to sleep. Vitals go down. I'll get someone else to do this job. Wish I still had that damn holo rifle. It's been forever making it. Need to find it when this is all done. Gonna wipe the slate clean. Kimball, the Republic.
Yes, I need to get across there somehow. There's got to be a bridge or something. Or maybe it just ends. We'll see what we come across. Ooh. Problem with all these places I'm exploring is that if they're quest locations, I have to come back, and in this mod they do respawns inside the building, so
Emergency protocols activated. Power conservation mode disengaged. Holographic assistant Lucia initialized. Scanning. Welcome to Kira's Enterprises, the world's foremost financial firm. How may I be of service to you? Sorry, I didn't get that. Do you wish to see one of our financial specialists today? Stephen McPherson logged in with his ID approximately 20 hours ago. He is a lead tax consultant and certified public accountant. I am confident he can assist you with your accounting needs. You will find his office directly left of this kiosk. I am sorry, but that information is classified. Please present valid ID for further inquiry. I am sorry, but that information is classified. Invalid
the good side is there's a lot of places like this where you just walk into, you don't have a quest, but it gives you one as soon as you walk in, so on one hand they encourage exploration, on the other it goes against, so 50-50. Definitely the L or the K. Ow. Ooh, could be the cave. Oh. Oh. There needs to be a way to kill those things. I bet you get a quest at some point that actually teaches you how to do that. I hate those things. Piece of crap. I'm gonna check to see if there is a way to beat him. Apparently you need a very specific gun to be able to kill those things. Like a squirt gun or something? I don't think I've seen that. Not that I remember anyway. Alright. Oh. It took him out. Oh, he's back up now. Shit, it went down the hallway. Shit. Get away from me. Oh. Great.
Gonna last much longer.
According to that, it's down this way and left. What? I'm not seeing it. According to the map thingy, it's right here. Like it should be right where I am. It could be it's on another floor somewhere. It should be like right. Oh, where is it? Oh, right in front of me. Okay.
Welcome to Kira's Enterprise. I am activated as part of the emergency response system, or in the case that our usual concierge, Amy Levitz, is not logged into the system. It is my duty to assist our clients to the utmost standards of Kira's Enterprise's client trap or guidelines. If you are inquiring about my physical nature, I am the holographic avatar of Kira's Enterprise's automated customer service system. Kira's Enterprises is an international financial advisory and accounting firm. Our clients range from small businesses to large corporate titans. We currently manage over 10,000 clients and growing. Scanning. Welcome back, Private Bryson. Holographic camouflage disabled. Please proceed to Fort Braxton entry area.
Whoa. Fort Braxton. Okay, that was a surprise. Oh, is that all? I was hoping it would get like a really good radiation resistance.
Nice to see another face that isn't trying to rip my guts out. They must have bought stock in ghouls when they built this place. I'm Jolene Tate, Recon and Special Operations Agent. Yeah, those suckers are stronger than they look. One snatched my leg and knocked me over. I plunged my knife into its chest and got away. But I think the ankle is sprained at least. Thanks. Maybe they should keep you around as a medic, rather than a gopher. Hey, thanks for the medical help. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for, to be honest. My briefing was cryptic. Probably for deniable reasons, or if I should be captured by the Legion. To my knowledge, in the bowels of this place there is some type of weapon, apparently. One that could drastically alter our odds in the war. It looks like it must be more than a rumor, too. Our friend in the corner is from the Circle of Steel. And if the Brotherhood is sniffing around, you know it has to be a juicy piece of tech. Ugh. Flashes of the whole damn Helios 1 debacle just crept into my mind. Anyway, we should look around for more clues as to what exactly I'm searching for. Try that terminal on the desk. Well, I hacked it, but couldn't access the logs because of the ghoul fest I interrupted. They don't take well to party crashers.
So chemical warfare. No, that's not the way to go.
How can I help? This baby is a Justicar. It's a nice little energy gun. Quiet and accurate. And it has a microfusion breeder, so you never have to worry about running out of ammo. I borrowed it from our dead friend in the vivisection room. I used to be an NCR reconnaissance officer. I actually managed to infiltrate the Brotherhood. I got promoted tonight before it all came crashing down. I watched Operation Sunburst behind a T-45D helmet. I took out several of my former Brotherhood cohorts before a rifle butt cracked my skull. You know what the worst part was? Plausible deniability. In the aftermath of the incident, I woke up in an NCR prison. I thought Elder Elijah was an ass, but these jokers. The damn NCR bigwigs decided I wasn't one of their operatives. That technically my op was blacker than ink, and I couldn't be trusted anymore. They stripped me of my veterans benefits and kicked me to the curb as fast as they could. I made some caps as a merc for a while. But I came to the frontier because I received a letter from a friend up here, who told me about this place and its mission. Well, and here I am, back to Spec Ops. But this time, I'm doing it for what feels like family, instead of some armchair commandos. Honestly, I've had enough visiting the past. Let's get moving. I have a pretty good eye. What would you like me to look for? I'll look around. Sure. Just radio. All right. How can I help? Well, how can I help? Great! This is it! I saw a door at the end of the other hall. I bet we can find what we were looking for down there, and in the armory storage. Let me adjust the gear in my bag. Make sure I have some stim packs. I'll... Damn! We must have tripped some type of alarm. Or one of those ghouls did. I hope you're ready, because in places like this, it means sentry bots. I hate sentry bots.
What is that? That's cool. New enemy type with robots. That probably was better than what I had right now, but oh well. G15 rifle.
Silent and deadly. Oh, wait. Ugh, never mind.
Man, this is a lot of ammo.
Broken. I can't even get it to power up. Good thing I planned for something like this. Just a second, and there. Charge is set. I take a few steps back. Precision with charges isn't exactly my forte.
Oh! Kinda reminds me of the robots from System Shock 2. It's kinda like a cross between that and one of the mechs from MechWarrior, except way smaller.
drums of Brucella. With a bioweapon like this, we could take out every major NCR and Legion camp in weeks. Jackpot! But what if we screw up? Or the Legion dumps an infected body into our water supply? What about collateral damage? I think we should just forget we found these. Better yet, I think we should destroy them.
Yes, you should.
I have an extra charge I brought as backup. What do you think we should do? Alright, here, take the charges and do it. Just like before, it has about a 10-second delay. The explosion should destroy those barrels and kill the bacteria. I can't say part of me doesn't want to take them. Yeah, I know. It's just a slight temptation niggling in my chest.
Did that say circle of steel? I think it did.
Hold it right there. What are you two doing in this facility? That's a damned lie. She has his Justicar. You killed him. Hands on your heads. You're under arrest by order of the Circle of Steel. I believe that, especially considering your wounds. Fine. Let's all leave peacefully. You never saw us. Got me?
So she's joined us as well. Okay. Normally I'd say that'd be overkill, but not always. Like, there's been some hard battles in this. You kind of need the backup. Cool, made it.
Remember, honest hearts produce honest actions.
Huh? Well, the Crusaders, the Brotherhood. But then what about the Circle of Steel? I'm confused.
I heard there are critters the size of bus living in the frontier.
I know what you're thinking. Rusty zombie, palling around with these religious types. Now I've seen it all. The name's Henry. I'm what you might disparagingly call a rusty zombie. Being a Brotherhood scoutman exploring technological ruins. Every so often, we stumbled onto something particularly nasty and radioactive. In fact, more places than you'd think are radioactive death traps. The power armor saves your ass sometimes, but other times you're just fucked. Me? It wasn't barrels of radioactive waste or a leaky nuke. For me, it was ferals and glowing ones. The suit is strong, but it sure as hell ain't agile. A few dozen of those bastards jumped my squad. They wrecked my helmet, and I had to toss it or suffocate. But I got away. And the others... Oh, geez. Didn't mean to get so dark here. So, that's how I got to be a ghoul, which sucks ass on its own. But being in the Brotherhood made that shit a million times worse. It's damn ironic considering I was a royal dick to the last guy this happened to. You might be thinking Rusty Zombie is a Brotherhood slur, but it's not. Scavs made it up for some coolified Brotherhood who lived in the frontier. Apparently that was a long while ago, and they've since moved on elsewhere. I still looked around though, eventually stumbling upon this place. I wasn't one for religion, but it was nice to meet some Brotherhood that didn't cuss me out, spit at me, or throw rocks in my head. All in all, it ain't too bad after a while. I even like some of the stories. So, I gotta get back to work before I do get cussed out. Take care.
Do I look like I want to be bothered? Sorry, that was a little harsh. I just have had it with the Round Table and their priggish attitudes. I guess they feel the same about me, too. You see, this camp is the place the Round Table sends anyone they don't like. As for why they don't like me, it's, well, it's complicated. Fine, I may have stolen some chems. Not to get high or anything, but for my girlfriend. Rationing my ass. She was dying and they knew it. They wanted to get rid of me, but they can't spare the men, so they just threw me out here instead. Charlene considered that mercy. Bitch. Look around. Weaver talks a big game, but we're sleeping in tents surrounded by enemies. For God's sake, Ostia's only a few miles north of here. My friend was working the mess over there. She died a few days ago. A Legion raiding party got her. All those stolen chems made no difference. So it might be safe and warm inside the tower, but out here it's the same bitter frozen hell as any other place in the frontier. I looked through my friend's journal and learned about Goose Hollow, an NCR civvy town. She's gone now, but I guess she's still looking out for me. The next scouting mission I get sent on, I'm disappearing. I mean, scouts go missing all the time. The frontier is a dangerous place, after all. Thanks for listening to me.
You're welcome.
Another Gentile? Great. I suggest you finish your business here as quickly as possible. Then leave. I was exiled, more or less. I publicly criticized the Round Table for their inaction, and was sent here as punishment. If they were smart, they would have killed me. Not much. I'm given little to do by design. Most days my responsibilities begin and end with the bonfire. You are a Gentile. You know nothing of the Lord or his mercy. I have little to say to you, and I do not like wasting time.
Someone actually gives a shit.
I just tried H-bomb the other day. God, that's not awful.
Good to at least know now what the Crusaders are. So they're like an offshoot of the Brotherhood, by the look of it. Like a much more religious offshoot. Interesting. Ah, we're almost there.
I think it might not be in my best interest to go into that tower, given my history with the BOS. I'll be at the Wasted Angel if you need me.
Hold up there, stranger. While we don't mind you wandering about our camp and territory, the tower is off limits to anyone but Crusaders. Alright, I'll bite. Not many in the frontier have shown more than a passing interest in us. Enough to spin rumors about futuristic knights. Or confuse us with the Brotherhood of Steel. Or worse, the Enclave. But you might be the first in several months to do more than run away. Or scowl at us from out of rifle range. So, you might be asking yourself, are these guys Brotherhood outcasts? The answer is not quite. Our origins started the NCR Brotherhood War. In fact, you could say we're born of the same killing fields as the Frontier NCR. You see, the Domina fought and bled upon the dirt in front of Helios 1. Paladin Weaver, she was known as then. But for all her efforts, she couldn't damn the NCR horde from crushing the Brotherhood that day. All in the end, she just lay bleeding and broken. Watching NCR boots step over her and into Helios 1. Humiliated by her defeat at Helios 1, she left the Mojave in disgrace with a few loyalists. They headed north, meeting up with other refugees and misfits, all following an old path to New Canaan, made by refugees of the NCR Brotherhood War. the Dominion began to practice Mormonism, but rather than peace, it bore something dark within her, seeping into her mental wounds from Helios 1. But it remained beneath the surface until nearly a year later. That is when New Canaan burned. Weaver had been away on a mission to a local tribe. The hideous seed of war bloomed again in her heart. Possessed with fury, the Dominion repaired and repainted her power armor. Gritting her teeth, she combined the Crusaders' cross and the Brotherhood of Steel symbol, painting it in blood red onto the breastplate. Standing back, she believed God had a new mission for her, to reclaim the Holy Lands, rebuild the old cities like it had been done with New Canaan. So that is our story, our mission, to wage a holy war against the unworthy, to purge the enemies of humanity.
So who are the enemies of humanity and who are the unworthy? That is very different to the Brotherhood of Steel and what they stand for.
Tell you what, how about if you can prove you're serious about joining up with us? Let's call it an initiation trial. There's bound to be a large pre-war library in a city this size. With that in mind, how about you find a book on our religion? Oh, and one more caveat. To make it interesting, how about a rare one? Something that would both teach you about Mormons and be of value to us. Bring it back, and we'll talk.
So they're Mormons? Is that their religion? Aren't Mormons all about end of the world? I mean, I've got nothing against Mormons, but... Okay. Portland Library. I think I've been there. Alright. Sure, alright. I mean, I've always backed the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though these guys aren't Brotherhood of Steel, they're more like religious fanatics, but... Where was the entrance again? Let's try that new gun I got. What? Why did I lose karma for that? Oh. They're Brotherhood of Steel. No. When did I last save? Oh no. Oh no.
Everything is broken. I can't even get it to power up. Good thing I planned for something like this. Just a second, and there. Charge is set. I take a few steps back. Precision with charges isn't exactly my forte. Drums of Brucella. With a bioweapon like this, we could take out every major NCR and Legion camp in weeks. Jackpot! But what if we screw up? Or the Legion dumps an infected body into our water supply? Alright.
Right there. That's a damn...
I'm confused by that enemy in the library, because I mean they were red on my thing, and normally that's an enemy, you know. Whereas I lost karma for killing them. Then why were they an enemy? I'm confused.
Do I look like...
I know what you're thinking.
That's weird to find another one of these out here. Ages ago I found a 5th eye. Now it's a 9th eye.
Hold up there, stranger.
I think it might not be in my best interest to go into that tower, given my history with the BOS. I'll be at the Wasted Angel if you need me.
This time I'm saving.
Easy. He doesn't look like he is here to harm us. Perhaps some poor soul struck with similar bad fortune. So, stranger, what are you doing here? I'm Elian, and this is Morgause and Percy. You could say we have become the keepers of this old world treasure. I suppose there's no harm in reliving it for a few moments. It might sound hopelessly romantic, even foolish, but I've been searching for my lost love. She went missing during our exodus to a bunker called Hidden Valley, in a place far south from here. Soon I learned that an evil man had abducted her and was doing who knows what to her. My mind can only imagine. He was seen as a dignified man in our community, but beneath his well-practiced smiles beats the heart of a tyrant.
You mean Elijah?
Both he and she disappeared for months, so I gathered a party to hunt him down and rescue her. Rumor stated he fled north, so we followed. Seasons came and went, and so a hellish winter set upon us. We became trapped in the mountains. Not all of us survived. Broken and near death, we settled here. Seldom does anyone visit this place after we purged it of some cannibals. Just us. Books in the damn cold. If you meet a Charlene from the Brotherhood, please tell her I'm still looking for her. I know it's unlikely, but it's all that keeps me going. Color me surprised. You've heard of it. But us, Brotherhood of Steel? We were long ago. Given the NCR have crept this far north, I doubt the Brotherhood of Steel exists anymore. Like this library, we are just monuments to a culture long destroyed.
You still exist, just not here.
Well, I thought I would be happy to know that, but somehow I feel nothing. I suppose time has eroded that part of me more than I had imagined. Really? How many? Is there a Charlene Yang with them? Sorry for the outburst. I got a little carried away. I know it might be a little forward, but can you find out if they know of a Charlene Yang? Please. I'm sick. I'm afraid the journey in this weather may be fatal. From the books in here, I believe it's because I left a sore throat go on too long. That's all I ask of you. Thanks.
It ain't an easy life. Sure beats crawling around a bunch.
Another day in this desolate place. Thankfully, we can escape for a little while into one of these books. I'm really starting to like Mark Twain.
America's high standards of writing. You're no higher than Britain. those things. What are you doing waiting there?
Have you found the book? Wow, that's a rare one indeed. Looks to have been bound in the 19th century. Hell, it's probably the only copy left in existence. I'll bet the Dominia herself would want to see that. Give me a second, I'll radio in, and have Castellan Clemens meet you at the entrance. He'll escort you to see the Dominia. I'm sure she will take great satisfaction in receiving this book, and meeting the person who found it. Castellan, you're not gonna believe this, but there's an outsider here with a 19th century psalmody in their possession. I'm sending them inside now.
You must be the outsider Warden Howell mentioned. Welcome to the Tower, our little fortress in this swath of the wasteland. I'm Castellan Clemens. I will be your escort during your visit to the Tower. Do you have any questions before we take your find to the Dome? While I think that is more the Domina's purview to answer that question, I will give you some broad strokes of our mission. Our goal is to retake the great cities of the past from the grip of the unworthy. Raiders, the Legion, the Enclave, or any other wasteland tyrants. Portland, or rather the Frontier, is not high on the list of our cities to retake. However, the Domina is here for personal reasons. The Tower was a fortuitous find, as it is filled with protectrons, terminals, and other electronics we can use to repair our equipment. Not to mention a protective force field around the entrance, and a few other delightful discoveries. The Brotherhood would kill to have this place. Of the many rumors about House spread across the Mojave, I can confirm that he's a mechanical maestro like no other. Robco Tower seems to have been his fortress in the pre-war northwestern United States. I probably should stop here as the Domina is waiting. We'd better get moving. In a nutshell, I'm the person who acts on behalf of the Domina. I oversee visitors, low-level internal issues, and the garrison here at the Tower. I am also the administrator responsible for maintaining the armory and protecting the Tower. as well as the Abernathy cantonment. Frankly, you could say that, but it's a rather derogatory oversimplification. Like I could say that you're a vagabond that hasn't bathed in months. But let's keep this civil, shall we? All right then, follow me.
Like laggy floor. Around there anyway.
Greetings, my lady. It is my honor to present to you the stranger who found the rare Mormon psalmody. Please, take a seat with us.
Dear Lord, thank you for another day, and thank you for those gathered at this table. Let thy blessings continue to bring us courage, prosperity, and strength. Welcome, stranger, to the tower, and more importantly, to our round table. As its name suggests, it has no head, for all who sit here have equal voice.
For I view all men equal under the Lord, and that a man is most honest among his peers. That said, I'm Domino Weaver, leader of the Crusaders.
You are familiar with Castellan Clements already. So, ladies, if you would be so kind as to introduce yourselves.
I'm Charlene Young, Seneschal and head of the Sophers. The root word is Sophia, Greek
Charlene
for
Young.
knowledge. One could say we're akin to doctors or scholars. We research into all known biomedical sciences, including genetics and old world pharmaceuticals. Perhaps most paramount is that we're all female.
Here we go.
Brigham Young taught that women should stand behind the counter, study law or medicine for the benefit of society. I am paraphrasing, of course.
Put some extra salt in that crock of shit before you try to serve it, Charlene. It might go down a little easier.
Must you really, Molly? Have you no respect for the sanctity of this table or our ways? I apologize.
Equal voice, remember, Charlene? I really wish you would stop trying to force your bullshit codes on the younger girls and tout it like it's gospel.
As a matter of fact, Molly, it might be regarded as gospel.
You really believe that stupid shit? Jesus. Elijah must have fucked with your brains more than I thought.
How dare you?
Enough! I apologize for our sudden derailment. We will address this later, both of you. Now then, this is Molly, our chief mechanic and tech wizard. Now, if you will, please tell us how you came into possession of such a rare artifact. So this relic managed to survive the apocalypse in a public library? If anything, attests to it being a sacred text, that sure does. May I have it? Thank you. You have no idea how precious this is to us, to our cause. Another torch with which to bring the world out of the darkness. Now then, because of your deed, I grant you full access to the tower and membership in our order. Before the ceremony, do you have any questions? This is true. I was there on that godforsaken day. Wraiths of the battle still haunt me. Cannons. Death screams. The stink of death. All of it. I nearly died there, entombed in broken power armor. Rivulets of my blood ran from the joints onto the parched earth. My pride was as broken as my body. But death did not come. As the crows circled above and the sun threatened, I managed to get free and crawl on my belly to a safe patch of grass. Tended my wounds, watching the NCR rejoice. I should have died given the amount of blood loss, but it seems God had other plans. I found a duffel bag under a Joshua tree, containing medical supplies and some clean water. I hid there the whole day convalescing. At dusk, I jammed a Medex in my leg and tossed my holotags in with a pile of others. I was too ashamed to return to the Brotherhood, so I left the Mojave for a new beginning elsewhere. Eventually, I bought a set of T-45 from a merchant. Didn't seem right for him to have it. And found New Canaan. It was there I was chosen by heaven. Crowned by God to become his judge. The protector of his people on Earth. You could say I've become a paladin now in the truest sense. I do. Looks are deceiving. The NCR is a poorly trained ragtag lot whose only true strength is number. Besides, I have God on my side. He blesses us. On our journey to the frontier, we came across an untouched military armory in Idaho. It had been stocked with prototype equipment, water, and MREs. All of our current equipment is from there. Chance? Luck? Neither. The provisions were given as a sign from the Lord. He wants us to save his creation. I saw him order the execution of his wounded men. What kind of man does that? The Lord says, "Vengeance is mine, I shall repay." I'm his sword, swift and dauntless. Blackthorn will answer for his crimes against humanity. His crimes against the Brotherhood, against those innocent fallen soldiers. For what purpose? To become a relic hunter? To worship idols of the old world? They believe they're the only ones with a right to it. How misguided. We are all God's children, and thus our duty is to provide basic human rights to everyone. A right to freedom, a right to life, a right to serenity.
Fair enough.
My mission now is to restore those rights. To rebuild the grand old world cities. It can be done. Shady Sands, New Canaan. It just requires the will. Very well. We will begin the adubement. Step
what?
this way, please. Right in front of me.
The adubement?
Praise be to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. By his name, do I ask of you this solemn vow. To strive for justice, to banish all evil from our land, and to vanquish all tyranny attempting to ensnare our world. This is my cause. What say you? Very well. By the powers vested in me by the Lord, I grant you the station of man-at-arms, and entrance into our sacred order. Accept these gifts. As promised, you now have full access to the tower. The pass card will disable the force fields, so you may come and go as you please. As a new member, I present you with these garments and a sidearm. Your food rations can be collected from the trunk in the R&D floor cafeteria. My last request is that, as a member of our order, you help the others around here in their time of need. With that said, this meeting is over.
Cool.
Hello again. How may I be of assistance to you? This advanced medical research lab was abandoned prior to the war. Odd enough for a robotics company to be involved in such an undertaking, but this is only a soup con of the strangeness. It seems that someone tried to ransack the place, but settled for smashing all the terminals and burned them, along with all the research logs in the central room. Someone didn't want whatever was going on up here to be noticed or discovered. Perhaps a revelation they felt impeded upon the works of God. Perhaps something as terrible as learning to split the atom. My mind churns with the possibilities. For the more my Sophers investigate, the more secrets this seemingly innocuous building harbors. We're attempting to piece together the purpose of research done here, but all that's left is evidence of cryogenic experiments on canines, some of which are still frozen in stasis pods. Feel free to look around, but do be careful in the main laboratory. A power surge caused the robotic dissection suites to reactivate, and we currently can't find the means to shut them down. I wasn't always this dour. Once I was a brilliant, vivacious young scribe. Not as fervid as Molly, mind you. Father Elijah changed all of that. After the Battle of Helios 1, I was wounded by a rad scorpion as we fled towards our new bunker. I began to bleed out, but then Elijah found me. I'd always looked upon him like a grandfather. He seemed particularly taken with me and another girl, Veronica. He stopped the venom and my bleeding. As he carried me away, I believed the darkest moment in my life had passed. How naive I was then. While he repaired my body, Elijah had other designs for my brain. Specifically for my pineal gland. The dark truth of his fondness revealed itself. Apparently, he'd taken a fondness to me because of my gift, and wanted to enhance it cybernetically. The surgery was horrific without anesthesia.
Oh.
I don't know how many days had passed, only that it was several surgeries later. He grew frustrated with the process and stitched me up mid-operation. He raved about not having the proper tech, but that he knew where to find it. Elijah abandoned me. I awoke in a shack on the outskirts of Freeside. I never heard from him again. The last round of surgery damaged me. My amygdala, specifically. In short, I have trouble processing emotions, particularly happiness and anger. I've worked with the Domina and Clements to restore them, but it's like trying to regrow an arm. You eventually learn to adapt. Perhaps one day God will answer that prayer. As a teen, I discovered I could, know things via nasty shocks of electricity. I owe my impulsivity to fix an old terminal for the revelation. Tasha believes the ability is a gift from God, something about biblical prophets having similar powers. Me, I have a more mundane explanation. Pretty sure, being scribe, my mother was exposed to some FEV residue, or heavy radiation, from old pieces of tech, before she knew she was pregnant. A lot of babies in my bunker had birth defects around the time I was born. So, put two and two together. It's more like visions of what another person around me is feeling. It works both ways. With enough concentration, I can make another feel a certain way. You can imagine why Elijah wanted to save me. What a mass-scale weaponized version of my power would do to the NCR morale. Nightmarish indeed. That is disheartening. I always imagined watching the life dim in his eyes as my fingers crushed his windpipe. Still, accolades to you for wiping that filth from this world. I hope his death was painful and gruesome. Elliot, thank you. But please, don't press this any further. Don't you understand? I am done with the Brotherhood. It's a painful past to stalk my nightmares. Nothing more. Look at that. You've pried apart a long-stitched wound so fiercely that you've overcome Elijah's maiming. Just tell Elian I'm dead. That it was just a fling. Just anything to close that chapter of his life. And my own. Take this. He'll know that it's mine. I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. Hello again.
What's with that? I want to hurt her.
Hello again. I'll be.
It's a pleasure to see you again. Do you need my assistance with something? God has spoken, and this is the verdict. The light has come into the world, but men loved darkness rather than the light, as their deeds were evil. The sins of the old world have left a stain that has infected the hearts of men, shackled them with darkness, turned the United States into Babylon. The Legion are the living embodiment of that stain. Yet even in darkness there is light, a spark to cleanse the world of the sins of the past. I am that light. The light that shall burn away the demons of this world, shall thrust back into hell the wicked, the deranged, the abominations. I will ensure they are so utterly erased from the world, from history, that not even in the darkest corner of hell is the name of Caesar whispered. Circle of Steel, here. I'd say they're hunting the NCR moles that infiltrated the Brotherhood during the war. Finally, some justice in this world. It's a pleasure to see you again. A warrior's life changes a woman. I've spent years sleeping on floors or in the dirt. At this point, sleeping on a bed would feel unnatural to me.
Fair enough.
Farewell.
Hey, newbie. What can I do for you? Ha! If that half-ass interpretation of Brigham Young wasn't enough of a clue, I'd call it the Brotherhood exegesis of Mormonism. Just a shallow imitation, getting more injections from the Codex with each passing year. If you want to meet real Mormons, you'll need to hike to Utah. That's goddamn Charlene for you. She takes this shit way too seriously. Equal means equal, or am I fucking stupid? Women don't need special jobs. Being a woman doesn't define me. Being the best fucking mechanic in the waste does. It might be a sin, but say the devil walked through those doors. If he challenged me to a fixing duel, he'd walk away crying, rather than a smacked ass for being dumb enough to fuck with old Molly in her workshop. I don't give a rat's ass if it's pre-war or made yesterday. If it's broke, I can fix it. Give it here. That's me, Molly Callaghan, Chief Engineer and Technology Wizard. I oversee the repair of our power armor and other gear, along with inventing new tech. Now, this goddamn Robco joint is a gold mine of technology. I would have killed to work here if I was an old worlder. This is my Library of Alexandria.
I like her.
I don't. Alright then. Come back and see me if you need a repair. Or want to pick my brain about something.
Hello again. How may I be of...
Oh! Hey! I totally wasn't spying on you. Nope. Just wanted to talk to the Domina about, stuff. Oh, I'm America. You could say I started being a Sopher, but it was boring science crap, so now I'm just kinda here, trying to find my path. But don't tell Charlene. She's pretty scary despite the whole cultish lobotomy thing. Shh! Not so loud! No, it's nothing like that. It's a personal thing. But I guess talking about it won't hurt, right? was Midwestern Brotherhood. I was kicked out when they discovered I was a mutant. I believe freak of nature is what the elder yelled at me. They should have known. I mean, how many Asian girls have bonny red hair? But my mutation is a little different from that. It's not like a ghoul, super mutant, or Charlene's empathic powers. This is a disease old world humans had. Congenital analgesia. I can't feel pain. So yeah, my mom hid it pretty well, until I was like 15 and broke my hand doing scribe stuff. I dropped an engine block on it and didn't even yelp. Nothing freaked people out more than seeing a teenage girl with her left hand flapping in the wind and smiling like nothing happened. It was gross. Everything changed. My dad seemed really sad, heartbroken. The next day, my parents and I walked out into the Dust Bowl to get a fallen satellite.
I'm not saying either of those two.
Sorry. They just left me there. I cried for my mom, but she wouldn't even turn around to look at me. They just kept walking. After they were out of view, I tried to follow their footsteps in the dirt, hoping to find them. But the Dust Bowl is huge. A black blizzard was coming, so I hid in an old bus stop until it passed. I never found them again. I headed west and eventually wandered into a supermarket looking for food. I was in bad shape, but had no idea other than being thirsty and hungry. Molly found me while she was ripping apart the coolers for spare parts. It was like a sign. Another Asian girl with red hair. Molly gave me some water and a fancy lad, and walked me back to the Crusader camp nearby. So here I am, I guess. For now. We are all children of God, is what the Domina says, and I know that she loves me. And Molly too, but I am a freak. My own parents left me. I tried being a sofa like my friends, but I just didn't like it. A total snooze fest. Charlene was pissed. It got bad around here for a few days. All women should be sofas, Charlene said at the round table meeting. Molly told her she was an old fogey and to stick it square up her ass. Funny, because I think Charlene is like 5 years older than Molly at most. All that aside, deep down, I believe I might get left again, you know? Just one little mess up and, well, yeah. I can't talk about this anymore. I'll see you around the tower.
I'm busy, Gentile. Go bother America or something. That is none of your business. Oh yes, let me tell you, a Gentile I met literally 5 seconds ago, my entire personal history. If you want a lecture, talk to Weaver. I have work to do.
Hey, newbie. What can I do for you? This again, eh? Poor kid. Her parents must have been total assholes to do that to her. Come on, let's go put a cap on this before it gets any worse.
Oh.
You know, I found this doll in a trash bin. She's perfectly okay.
Lovely.
She was just lying there, wanting someone to find her and love her. I call her Lily. If I ever have a baby girl, I'm going to call her Lily too. That was the name of the nice old lady that gave me sweet rolls in my old bunker.
Hey, America. The newbie here tells me you got upset in the hall. You were talking about your folks again, huh?
Yeah. Bad memories. And, well...
Come on, America. Talk to me, sweetheart.
You don't think I'm garbage, right, Molly? I mean, you wouldn't leave me, right?
Never. I swear on my heart and my favorite wrench. You know how much I love that old thing. But you know what? I love you even more. Understand?
Yes. I mean, I love you, Molly. That's why I'm so scared to be kicked out again.
I love you too. And you're not useless. In fact, I have a job for you. See this old Hollow? I picked it up at that old Air Force base we visited. It has an awesome prototype weapon on it. But I need to print blueprints to build it. Now, this place doesn't have a printer, so I need someone to find one and print it out for me. So, how about you and the newbie hunt down a printer? I really need it, and everyone will appreciate it.
Well, I'll do it. Thanks for cheering me up, Molly. So, let's get to finding this printer.
Stay out of trouble, and come back safe, kid.
So, here's the disc. My friend Clara, a surfer in the camp, talked about this goofy print shop sign she saw called the Black Yak. We could start there. Welcome to the tower stairs. As long as you're a Crusader, you'll never have to worry about leg day again. That's for sure.
Alright, where to?
What's up? Definitely burgers. Have you ever been to Parker's restaurant? I'm pretty sure I saw the chef mixing up ground rat meat in with the Brahmin meat. It was so so gross. I never want to see a hot dog again. Yuck! The scariest thing I've done in my life. Picture the desolation and decay of the wasteland, but everything is swallowed by huge dunes of fine dirt. Dirt got everywhere. In my eyes, my nose, mouth. When crossing an ocean of dirt, some days there were tsunamis. They're a thing beyond words. The sky would go black as midnight, and you knew to run. Get indoors, inside anywhere. Hurricane force winds followed and brought tidal waves of dust. Dirt and dust swallowed everything, and you too if you didn't get to safety. Sometimes, when I came out, the landscape would be completely changed. By some miracle, I managed to get to the other side weeks later. With how extreme the Dust Bowl is, I don't think I'd ever be able to cross again. Bunker Zeta wasn't a bad place, to be honest. I always had food to eat, clean water to drink, and it was usually pretty calm, if not a bit strict. Elder Davis was hung up on this ancient cyborg brain monster. He was just 5 then, but grew up with the repercussions of the war against it. He became obsessed with weeding out weaknesses. Self-discipline is paramount to survival. He'd bark so often, I swear he had it tattooed on him. Any mistake was followed by ass-chewing and bullshit tasks like cleaning gunk off power armor with a toothbrush. For me, that killed my self-esteem. If you haven't noticed, I'm not Miss Perfect, so I got to learn all kinds of fun stuff. It took 6 hours to scrub every toilet in the bunker. But my mom always found a way to cheer me up, to support me. Which is why, when she just abandoned me, it hurt a million times worse. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna start crying again if we talk about this anymore. So that's life with the Midwestern Brotherhood. I once found a radroach stuffed in a box of sugar bombs. It was so gross. I'll never eat sugar bombs again. Molly told me to focus on building a woman instead of an empire. The woman will be strong enough to survive, even if the empire doesn't. I really like that saying. See ya!
I will say she is a bit annoying, to put it lightly.
looking? You see some kind of trouble?
What's up, dude? You ready for the radically explosive flavor of H-bomb? I know I am. Sick! I'm Fizzer. That's a F-I-Z. Some other stuff. I'm the rocking Too Cool for You mascot of H-bomb. You've probably seen the commercial. I was the robot doing the quadruple backflip in space. Wiggity wiggity what? How about its flipping attitude? Am I right? Oh! But that's not all. H-bomb is filled to the shizzle with the healing power of radiation. That's right. Every bottle of H-bomb is infused with radical rads for that addictive, stinging flavor. Don't believe the rumors those advocacy groups are spreading. H-bomb is completely safe. What do those old geezers know? How to drive into a wall? Food and Drug Administration? More like, Fools and Drools Administration. Nailed it! Huh? Oh, we did it better though, right? Yeah! My bro, you are breaking my mechanical heart, man. H-bomb ain't like those loser drinks that losers use. H-bomb is the cool-tacular replacement for coffee that you never asked for, but always wanted. It's like a Hiroshima in your mouth. Also, historical records show that Hitler probably drank cola once. Just putting that out there.
Hitler. Oh my god.
I was programmed to have maximum tude. According to several awesome-tacular studies, my aggressive personality and constant use of slang sells more H-bomb. Speaking of H-bomb, I can sure go for some of that cool juice. Cool beans, home slice. I'll see you on the flip side.
That's hilarious. quite you. Oh, don't tell me it's frozen. Oh, cool. Oh. Uh-huh.
Howdy. That's 'cause I'm not. I'm California strong. Grew up on my daddy's ranch until I hit the big 2-1. No! I came up here years before they did. I never associate with those traitors. Look, Kimball ain't perfect. Hell, the NCR ain't perfect. That doesn't mean you can just abandon them, though. Especially with Caesar bearing down on the Republic. Blackthorn's just an entitled, selfish brat. The same could be said for all the people who followed him. We can only hope. I'm a bounty hunter by trade. You might have guessed that from this being the Junk Flu Bounty Office. Not too different from varmint hunting, really. Only difference is that you're shooting at things walking on 2 legs. See you around.
That's weird, can't talk to her.
You here for Wyatt's gig? Take my advice. Turn around, walk out that door, and never come back. Wyatt gives out traditional bounties. You know, real evil people. At least, Wyatt's definition of evil. What gave it away? The armor or the bat? Yeah, I'm a bounty hunter, but I don't get my jobs through Wyatt. I always meet clients face to face. It keeps us both honest. This is the bounty office. It makes sense for bounty hunters to be here, even if they aren't working under Wyatt. Not to mention, it annoys the hell out of him, and that's always a good thing. Used to make my living as a raider, but when the superpower showed up, I went straight. I'm still killing people for caps, it's just that now I get paid before the kill, rather than after. Wyatt likes to wax poetic about how, back in the good old days, bounty hunters were all good and perfect like me. He thinks he's something special, but the truth is he's just like you and me, a guy who gets paid to kill people. There isn't anything honorable or heroic in that, and anyone who tells you otherwise is blowing it out their ass. Later.
Howdy, stranger. Name's Wyatt. Last down below is Carla, and this here is the Junk Fleet Bounty Office. I might have some work for you, if you're interested. Poor thing had her throat cut by the Legion. Hasn't been able to say much of anything since. She ain't useless, though. She's a whiz with computers, and she keeps all the paperwork at bay. This place probably wouldn't exist without her. When I was young, I'd probably have endorsed the NCR. Nowadays, I don't much care for politics. Don't really matter who's in charge. All of them got problems, and they'll need people like us to fix those problems. This is the Junk Fleet Bounty Office. If someone's wronged you, and you don't have the means to make it right, you come here. He knows about it, and allows it. Only condition is that the mayor can remove anyone's bounty at any time. It sounds like a bigger caveat than it actually is. Once or twice, but the mayor doesn't touch the bad ones, the real monsters. He only gets involved in junk bounties, like someone running away from gambling debts. Tag seems to get a pass more than most. Legal. More often than not, you can't wait for the law to catch up. You have to take action. Don't believe what Blackthorn or Caesar says. At the end of the day, the law don't matter if it gets in the way. Hell, used to be there was no law, period. Back then you had to stand your ground, fight for what you thought was right. It wasn't pretty, but folk back then were honest, and we were able to save lives. Now those same people are turning around and calling us out. Ungrateful maggots is what they are. You're right. The world has changed. But that don't mean people have. I know I haven't. Neither have the Raiders. Used to be a lawman of sorts. Kept the peace long before any superpower showed up. Me and my buddies were part of this group, the Midnight Riders. We'd go around taking care of raiders too tough for normal folk to handle. Earned ourselves a bit of a reputation before we broke up. It started with this serial killer, guy named the Smiler. Sick son of a bitch got the name because he would cut a smile into your face before you died. We took care of him, but after that, things fell apart. Oliver went soft on us, said he couldn't take it anymore, so he went and became a preacher. Marco was the opposite. He lost it, turned into a raider. Me? I kept riding the wastes, righting any wrongs I came across. Once my knee started hurting, I settled down here and opened up the bounty office. I figured, what with the scar on your head and all, I pay fair, don't worry. All I ask is that you're honest with me. Every name I give you is gonna belong to a dead person. No exceptions. We don't believe in second chances out here. You get it right the first time or we come after you. Simple yet effective. Bounty hunting ain't for everyone. Takes a certain strength that you seem to lack. Come back when you grow a pair.
Later. Man.
What? It's the co-op. You don't have enough caps to afford a place in Junk Flea. Come here. The floors are rotted and the walls are covered in mold, but it's better than nothing. Alright, well I'm going to end this one here. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to be notified about when I go about putting up more videos in the Frontier, or Fallout the Frontier anyway, playthrough series, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube side of things to be notified when those videos are made available. Alright guys, have a good one.